But other than just to have you maybe explain in terms of return on investment for someone like Tedman and clients like Suncor, you know, what are you bringing? What are drones and kind of the unique contract experience you can bring to the fight? What does that give people?
Yeah, Ted talked about the work being done with the University of Toronto and the machine learning AI side of things to essentially triage your data, right, and end up with timely insights. And realistically, it's a very same but different kind of situation here where we're using very similar tools, very similar process, but with a specific subject matter expertise with respect to deficiencies in a fixed plant environment that allow us to go and kind of put a pin in it at that point and be able to send crews to look up, to dig deeper, potentially deploy one of those non-destructive testing drones that you touched on. So the drones for preventive maintenance is strictly visual and infrared, mind you, but those are happening simultaneously. And when we come away from the data review on that, we have essentially a heat map or a treasure map. If the term heat map isn't familiar for those, we have a treasure map of spots to go and do some very targeted, very specific follow up based on now a validated reason. We're not wasting time having an operator or a contractor on site walking around and blindly looking for things. We have somewhere specific, an XYZ location, to send somebody to do that more targeted follow-up to see if this is a real valid concern. And if it is, how bad and how risky is it? A kind of natural progression from that point is that the tools that are being used, a combination of both hardware and software, are being used to kind of ingest Suncor specific documents, mainly the maintenance prioritization side. So when something is identified, it's being basically assigned a consequence and likelihood of failure metric based on Suncor's existing document that's existed for quite some time, which pumps out a prioritization for repair. Do we have to handle this now, or is this a turnaround group problem? Can this wait for 10 years? Do we have to worry about it? Never, right? We go through that process. And it helps the maintenance and operations teams prioritize those workflows. And ideally, because it is spatial, we can start to deploy one crew or one resource to hit a cluster. We can start to identify, some efficiencies that come from one crew going this way and hitting, 4 birds, so to speak, right? So go back to the tailings pond.
No pun intended, because we were just
Yeah,
talking
I know.
about.
Jordan's not here to defend himself. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.